Is the Nerf Fortnite Primal a prime blaster, or does it get an E for effort even though the game is T for teen? Let's find out. I recently came across this Nerf Fortnite Primal blaster at one of the discount stores. I think this one in particular was Ross, yes. And we're going to open it up here, see what it's about. I can tell that it's a 4-barrel blaster. It comes with a whole bunch of darts. Well, at least 4 darts. Not a whole bunch, it's, I guess, a 4. Before I start talking myself into circles, let's just open up this blaster and we'll get a clear sense whether or not this is something that is really cool. Let's grab the darts out of this before I throw the box across the room. Oh, these are fun. These are fun darts. They look like cotton candy. Thud. Here's the darts that they come with. They do look like cotton candy and delicious, but don't eat them. It's foam. And here is the blaster. This is a lot lighter than I expected it to be, but I do like the profile of it upon first glance. It has that very primal look to it. There's some interesting design elements to it, and all of the bits and gears and stuff like that. The one thing that I'm not quite sure of is where it primes. Let's take a look. I know this is a spring-powered blaster, so I'm looking for some kind of priming mechanism. This doesn't slide back. I wonder if it's this. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I like when Nerf does this, and they don't do it very often because, well, for obvious reasons, they want to make sure that you know how to prime the blaster. But when it's integrated in the design, oh, that's so really well done. Yeah, all right, so I'm kind of understanding this a little bit better here. This is just a return prime, has a nice return spring on it. The barrel here doesn't move, so this is a smart AR system. There's no complicated mechanics that's rotating barrels or things like that. Let's get some darts in here and see how it performs. I'm going to assume that the top barrel is the main barrel, and then everything else around there is going to be our smart AR barrels. There we go, we have all 4 darts loaded. Let's just fire them all and see what happens here. There we go, 1, 2, and 4. No real surprises when firing darts out of this thing, so let's take a little closer look at it. I'll tell you some things that I like about it, some things that I don't like about it, what I would have maybe changed, and I'll give you my conclusion on it. The initial impression, just by looking at this blaster, is really good here. It has unique visual interest, and while I do understand that this is part of the Fortnite line, it could easily live inside the Nerf Dino Squad line as well. And when you look at it really closely, you can see just how well it captures the essence of the Fortnite weapon. And that even extends to the other side of the blaster too. You have all these wraps still going around. You also have a little bit of that purple paint on this side that is painted on. I don't think this is any of that printing process. No, that's just a paint application. And so it looks complete. And the way that the aesthetic of this blaster also is incorporated with the priming handle. So the way that you operate the blaster looks like it's just part of it. You could easily just put a T-pull handle or just made this part slide back, but they didn't do that. They incorporated the design of the blaster into the priming mechanism, so that is a really awesome thing to see. The grip of the blaster is a well done size. I don't necessarily like the shape of it. It's a little too boxy for me, but the overall just dimension, really well done. And here's some of the things I wasn't thrilled about and would have liked to have seen changed on this blaster. If you look really closely, there are areas that seem a little unfinished, and that kind of comes with the spikes up top here. If you look inside, there is some hollowing out of these spikes. It's not just one single molded piece. And if you look at the front of the blaster, it doesn't necessarily slope all that well. It doesn't seem all that finished when everything else about it is really well aesthetically done. While other Nerf blasters have similar issues to this, where there are just pieces that look a little unfinished or a little rough, it doesn't come across as much because of the way that this is like organic bone and horn and stuff like that. The other Nerf stuff has a sci-fi, a very boxy feel to it, so it can blend in a little more, where here it's just a little more sticking out. And as I mentioned, the grip on this could have just used a little more roundness to it. It is essentially just holding on to a rectangle block, which isn't all that comfortable. Now that we've talked about some of the pros, the cons of the blaster, is this something that you should pick up? And if you can find it for around the $5, $6, $7 that I found it for, I think you should get one of these. It's really cool. A lot of aesthetic choices here that I haven't seen in other Nerf blasters that Fortnite is afforded. If you're gonna pay full price for something like this, I think it was around $20 for the manufacturer suggested retail price. This is an easy skip here. It's not a very impressive blaster for that, but again, for like the $5, $6, that's where this blaster starts to really make sense to add to your collection. And if we're talking about the Fortnite line in particular, they really do a good job with the aesthetics of the blaster, the design of the blaster, and I think the Primal here is yet another showcase as to just the cool things that Nerf can do when they have a really good, well-integrated brand license. I've been looking all over though, and it doesn't seem like they've brought back the secret llamas, which was fun. I think that was like a cool Easter egg that I would have liked to see carry on beyond wave 1 of any of the Fortnite stuff. You let me know what you think about this. Is the Nerf Fortnite line still something exciting to you? If you don't think it is, you gotta let me know what line that Nerf is currently doing that does it better than Fortnite. So that's everything I have for you about the Nerf Fortnite Primal. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like Nerf blasters, if you like toys, if you like action figures, be sure to give this channel a follow so that you don't miss a single video. And if you're so inclined, channel memberships are now open. And starting at 99 cents a month, you can help support this channel and increase the amount of reviews that I'm able to do. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.